Students, pay attention. This is very important. You have to remember all this to make the best rocket.
Students, look carefully here. Your rocket should be your home. So be careful when you get into your next rocket. It should be shaped like this. If it's not like this, it's not your home anymore.
Teacher, may I see you? I want to say something.
Of course, come out. What is it? Didn't you like something?
Have you seen JJ's Rich Space School? I would like to go there very much.
No, this is the first time I've heard that JJ opened something like that. It's true, he did. I need to find out what this Rich Space School is. You don't even think about going there. I wouldn't let you go until I knew something. JJ is very skillful at stealing my students. I need to have a really serious talk with him. Fly to him as fast as you can. I really hope I can solve this problem with him. Otherwise, we're going to have a really tough battle.
Students, you have to memorize all of this because these are the most important parts of the whole rocket. I won't take your exam if you don't know something. Mikey, hi. What are you doing here? Did you decide to study at my school too?
I decided to find out what kind of school it is and why you're taking my students away.
Your students? I don't know what you mean. Oh, right. I mean, you've got a poor space school. You know, they just picked a better one.
My school will beat yours 100%. I challenge you to a duel.
Apparently, I have to accept Mikey's duel to fight for his students? That sounds really, really weird, but okay. We accept the challenge and we'll see what comes out of it. Students, you will need to prepare. We will now be competing against Mikey and his poor school. Okay, you, come out here. Now we're going to practice and see how well you fly.
JJ, pick your best student, and let's see which one of us taught them better. We have to finish this argument as soon as possible and win.
Okay, I've picked my best one. Here we are just about to find out whose school will be stronger. Look, you'll have to get into this rocket and fly carefully along the whole test line. If you can do that, we'll beat Mikey and destroy him. I have high hopes for you. It's a completely diamond rocket, one of the best. So you're going to fly it, and I'm going to watch. Let's destroy Mikey and his hopes of winning together.
Let's get you first, JJ. I want to see what your students have been taught at school.
Okay, here's my all-diamond rocket. It's sure to beat yours from the ground. I really hope my student will fly it all very neatly and show you the difference between us. Good for you, don't rush into anything. You have to show the maximum result.
Whoa! How is it that he flies so well? You've definitely done something to the rocket. It's impossible to fly like that, JJ.
It's the best rocket in the world. No one can ever build a better one. That's why I said my Rich Space School is the best.
It really just flies unbelievably. I can't believe it's possible.
See? I told you from the beginning that it would be just unbelievably easy for us. But you didn't believe me for some reason. You decided to make fun of my skills. There you go. This time, I'm just going to take you down. It's going to be really, really fast and cool.
Anyway, you haven't seen how my student will fly yet. It's going to be really good there, too.
Great! That's almost the finish line. Yoo-hoo! We did it! We were able to go all the way around this circle.
No! You definitely cheated somehow. Now mine's going to show you how to fly.
All right. Let's see how experienced yours is at all this. I'll really be interested to compare it. Anyway, this is only the first test. We have to do several of them.
That's for sure. You can't draw conclusions from one flight. That's why there will be many trials at once. So let's fly as fast as we can to my school. Now my student will show you how to fly.
Okay, maybe I can even learn something important? Anyway, let's have a look at it. I'm scared about your rocket, of course, because it's made entirely of mud.
She's definitely going to be fine. She'll still destroy your all-diamond rocket. You'll see. Okay, let's go for the launch. Show JJ and his students what I'm teaching you.
Friends, this looks very, very dangerous from the outside. I think we're going to have a big problem with this. But let's see how it goes. I've become very curious about it. Oh no, apparently they hit the ring. That's going to be a really big problem.
That happens sometimes, but it's no big deal. It's not like they destroyed it.
Something tells me it's going to get more dangerous from here. They're really destroying the rings. It's really hard for this rocket to fly. We need to stop this competition as soon as possible.
If you stop it, you'll admit that my school is better than yours.
What? If we don't stop your rocket, it'll destroy everything. Or it could explode completely. We have to stop it for safety.
No! I have confidence in my rocket and in my student. They can make it to the end. So if you stop them, then you've lost. You will give me all your students and the diamonds. Those are the rules.
Okay, whatever you say, Mikey. Let's keep this crazy race going. I'm still gonna destroy you. You sure can't beat me and prove you're better than me. Because my rich school fosters truly future pilots throughout the space. It's really hard for me to watch this. Mikey's rocket destroyed almost all of the rings.
You did good. You're almost at the finish line. Our main goal is to make it to the end. My student did it. That means we're still in the game. I hope you can prepare something else. Yoo-hoo, we did it. We made it to the finish line. That's really very cool. The victory will be ours.
It was just unbelievably awful. He almost blew up on his horrible rocket. You definitely need to upgrade it. Make it faster, better, and stronger, Mikey.
When I win you over and take all your diamonds, I'll definitely do that. I'm gonna build myself a cool rocket. So, our students were able to pass the first challenge. What are we going to do next? Will you build another test?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a second challenge for our students now. It will be much more dangerous, and your student won't be able to handle it. That's why this is where I will destroy and win you. It's going to be very easy.
You can hope as much as you want, but you'll never defeat us, because we are ready for anything. I'm not teaching them under the best conditions. They're used to it. That's why they'll fight to the last man. After all, if we win, our school will be alone.
Yes, friends, whoever loses this battle will close their school, gives away the students and the diamonds.
That's why all of mine will fight to the last man. They must get everything that yours have. That's why you'll never break us, even if you have a dozen of these rockets.
Either way, I'll be building a map they can't get past. It will be very easy. I'm really a master at all this, and will be able to destroy you in the next challenge. My students fly the same routes all the time, and they know exactly what they're going to do.
Mine, on the other hand, will improvise and will definitely beat all your trials. Even though you will build traps there, mine will be able to get through them all. I assure you that you will give up sooner or later.
That's never going to happen, Mikey. You can wish it all you want, but there's no way to stop it. I can take you on and beat you anyway. It's just a matter of time. We're each doing our best to deal with this situation. I hope so. Anyway, we want to win no matter what. That's why our students will support their teachers too. It's a great battle.
I was really curious about how you're going to build all this stuff. All these grounds and stuff.
I actually have a skill at it, because I train my students in that all the time. I want to build everything as fast as possible so that our students can try to fly here. If they really can, that way we can quickly decide who's the cooler teacher.
Of course, the cooler one will be me. I'm really enjoying all of this. I want to solve all the problems as quickly as possible and finally get to the bottom of the whole problem.
We have to decide who stays here and who closes their school for good. Personally, I've realized that your methods are very dangerous to teach someone. Because your rockets are in a terrible state, they'll be impossible to fly.
Let's not say what you don't know, shall we? My rockets are just in perfect condition. You're the one who misunderstood something.
Anyway, after all these tests, I will definitely punish you. After all, it's just awful. You can't treat students the way you do, so we'll solve all the problems quickly.
I hope that each of us will really do our best. I hope we can solve everything quickly and get to the very end. That's important for us.
We need to put as many spikes as we can in here to make it hard for the rockets to get through. I'm sure Mikey's student won't be able to pass this test. It will be very difficult for him.
I'm sure he can pass and beat yours. That's 100%. I taught them everything I know, so you don't even have to doubt it. You can just take one look. They're all the best pilots.
I've already seen them in action. They ruined my test that I had been building for so long. That's why I feel like it's going to be something similar now. I'm getting ready for it. Either way, you'll never win, Mikey. We have too big of a difference. Every one of my students is like 10 of yours, but when I take yours, I'll upgrade their skills.
You're not taking them, JJ.
I'm almost done with this track. The test is almost done. I really hope that your pilot has made some conclusions and will now be able to show his best.
Of course he can. He's ready to do his best. He's going to fight for his poor space school.
It's a real battle between a poor school and a rich school, so we'll fight until the very end. Anyway, there can only be one winner. There will be no draw. All right, friends, now we'll watch the challenge. Now we have to decide who will fly first, mine or yours.
Let's go for yours again, since you won the last challenge and you're so confident about it.
Great! Student, jump into the rocket and don't let me down. We have to destroy Mikey. You must realize that this is a much tougher test than the last one. Don't you want to back out? I'll accept your defeat and then we can really join forces.
No Hey, let our students compete. We'll really find out who's the better teacher. I'm really interested in how cool a teacher I am. So, let's fly on.
Okay, Mikey, whatever you say. Student, show him a master class, how to fly. We've actually flown something like this a few times already, so you shouldn't have any problems with it.
Whoa, he's really confident in the air and showing a high level. My student can do the same thing for sure, so our battle will be really intense.
No, Mikey, this is a different level. Mine is really the best among the best. He's showing his best, which your school will never reach. My diamond rocket is totally helping him, not hindering him. That's why we're going to win every contest you enter. Yoo-hoo, we did it. We were able to go the whole route again. We won again. But you still have to perform and prove yourself, Mikey.
It's incredibly easy. Your student didn't hit anything on his rocket. I'm starting to lose.
It's so good that you realize that. That's already the first step towards understanding. Sit down. We will now wait for the second flight from Mikey's student. I'm sure he's going to wreck things there.
I really hope he can prove himself and at least make it to the very end. The road is really very difficult, but he has to try his best for the sake of his school.
Okay, you can start now. I'll stick close by and watch you fly it all. So there won't be any problem for you. I really hope you can handle it all. I can already see that there will be problems. Your rocket is going to have a very hard time turning. Mikey, that's the trouble, that it won't be able to pass this test properly.
Pull yourself together. We have to do really well on this test. Otherwise, we'll be in big trouble and we won't be able to do any of this. This is already bad.
To say how terrible it is to say nothing. Mikey, you're in big trouble with the rocket. It doesn't know how to turn at all. It's gonna fly into lava or water all the time. So you have to realize that you have almost no chance of winning. Oh no, she must be very sick and falling down. She can't get out of there.
I said get up! You have no right to give up. Fly all the way to the end. Push everything. Good boy! You did it! You were able to save that rocket.
I'm very worried about his student. He's really not in the nicest situation. He has to handle such a terrible rocket on such a difficult test, but it's only Mikey's fault. Now that's a really good flight. I even think the student has cool potential. But now the big problem is going to be right here. Oh, how bad this whole thing looks. He really can't lift the rocket, and it takes a lot of damage from the spikes.
He's almost to the finish line. That's a very good result. I'm really pleased with him. The sooner we finish all this, the sooner we'll realize who the really cool teacher is, JJ.
Okay, I can recognize the fact that your student did well on the test. It wasn't that bad. But either way, you need to admit defeat, because all of our friends realize that. You really could have hurt someone with your rocket. That's why we need to suspend you from school.
Hey, don't you dare do that. It's really my school and poor children can study there.
He landed in a hurry. This could be a big problem for all of us. We definitely have to work something out, because this is not the case. We can fight like this endlessly, but our friends have to decide who wins.
You yourself should realize that I don't want to give in to you, but you're right. There are so many problems in my school. They need to be solved. What are we gonna do?
That's a really big question, because we have to do something together. Only in this way can we really win and educate our students. Okay, I'm going to build one big common rocket for all of us now. That should help solve the conflict between us all. It's going to be the biggest and most reliable rocket for all of us, Mikey.
Now that's a really good idea. Try building it yourself. Because if I start building it, it won't be very cool anymore. You have more skill.
Okay, no problem. This rocket will become a symbol of our friendship. You've already competed with each other enough, and it's up to you friends to decide who wins this battle. Because we and our students gave it our best. I'm sure all these challenges have been quite interesting and memorable. Now we will have to build a real rocket. It's going to be really, really cool.
Anyway, each of us will really do our best. I hope to solve all the problems once and for all. This is really very important to us.
After all, the longer all this goes on, the more problems we will have. I want to just take it to the beginning and solve everything, not to get to the point where we're doing everything separately.
I totally agree. We should join forces to make space safe. We can educate everyone. That's the most important thing for us, as far as I'm concerned. So the sooner we all realize this, the better it will be for our students.
Mikey is starting to think right. I finally got through to him. Anyway, this rocket will be a symbol. We'll be able to fly it for a very long time. I plan to build a really incredibly big rocket, one that can be seen from anywhere. That's my #1 dream. I hope I can achieve it soon. So, I need to solve all the problems as soon as possible and as fast as possible. I hope I can build it. There is really a lot of work waiting for me, but I will definitely get through it. I want to finish everything as soon as possible and win. That's my #1 goal.
Yahoo, JJ, you almost made it. It really is the biggest and strongest rocket ever.
I'm sure it will be my best build yet. We'll really be able to capture space with it. We will be able to train all of our students on it and really make them the best. I really hope that each of us will do our best to reach that level. After all, this is really important for the rest of our lives. We finally finished this. It was really very difficult for all of us. Now we need to show it to all of ours. Let's do it, friends.
JJ, you really did it. You were able to build the biggest and coolest rocket in space. I'm really jealous of you. After all, you were able to do something that I couldn't do.
It's a credit to us all. We're real friends. We'll make space better. So friends, we've come a really long way and we want to call it a day. Hope you will try to fly into space someday too. So we are saying goodbye to you. See you all very soon. Bye everyone.